Hey everyone, I'm Almar of almarsguides.com, and in this video here, I'm going to be giving you 100 plus Valheim decorating / design tips. So we're going to be going through a part of my base, not the whole portion of my base, just a few buildings, and I'm going to explain a few different design ideas that we've come up with, and and show you basically decorating tips and all of that fun stuff. So where we are right now is my master bedroom. And my favorite thing in the master bedroom is definitely this window right here with the stone golem trophy in front of it. I love it. This over there, that portal, is the in and out of our base. And by our, I'm referencing me and my girlfriend. Me and her have done a lot of the work designing this base, putting it together, and coming up with the ideas of it. So that portal is in and out. As I said, this is my master bedroom. This is the fireplace with the unique decoration that we've done with it. There's some darkwood dividers as well as the darkwood beams going across the top to basically like enclose the fireplace. Over here we have one of my main storage design ideas that I've come up with, where it's two reinforced iron chests right next to each other in each of the little cubbies. I really like this idea for reinforced iron chests. And I use something similar for black iron chests, but change it very slightly. So right next to the fireplace, you can see chest with some wood there. Let me grab some wood because we'll probably be lighting some fires as we go. And here, I'll show you this patio over here. You can see the Ichthir trophy in this little cubby, which is nice. And then this patio right here, which overhangs the actual wharf. You can see I got some landlocked boats down there, which I will explain once we get down there. Let me take out these those right there since they weren't lit. Means we always forget that they're there. Up here we have a residential area, for lack of better words. As you can see, it is completely blank right now. The main reason we created this room is because we were following a picture when we made the wharf. Therefore, the wharf in the picture I was following had 3 stories, so I had to make a 3rd story to match the picture that I was, copying. And as you can see, we got a like half roof. Like it's a little bit wonky over there because the tower is on the other side of that wall, and I'll show you that tower momentarily. But that's all for these rooms. As you can see, my hot tub got a little blue mushrooms. They can only be spawned with console commands, but it's a nice little, you can shower, then go to bed, sort of thing. Over here is the first highly decorated room. I love this. Whatever you would call it, design. My girlfriend is the one who put this together. My only complaint of this is it kind of blocks you when you're coming up the stairs. As you can see, you kind of got to go to like a diagonal to get up the stairs. But otherwise, I really like the layout with the yellow mushrooms going around the side, the Surtling trophy in the middle, is basically like being held by the crow. Like it's not super close to his feet, but you could imagine the crow is holding that with his feet. And, of course, the the core wood that goes around the top. So we got a little table here with some tankards and some green, we're going to call it absinthe in the middle because, for the lack of better words, I don't know any alcoholic beverage that is green aside from absinthe. Cartography table right in the middle. Nice little treasury right there. And then, of course, the throne with a lock set above it. So let's go up. Up here is it's another one of those building rooms that I was using this room for a while. There was a bunch of portals in here, and this was like the main portal room that we all entered into, and then we could throw our loot in the chests and then go back out the portals. But as of now, we don't use this room anymore because we made an actual storage room. So at some point, I'm actually going to rip down all of these chests and clear them out. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Another nice little window here. As you can see, I got some reinforced iron going through the middle because we needed a bunch to hold up this entire tower. This window, as you can see, it doesn't have an opening in the middle, or it rather has an opening in the middle. There's no glass going through the middle. That was a design choice. And you can see some of the rest of my base out there. Different parts. I'm working on the portion over there next to the circular building. The other thing over there is what I'm working on. So let's go down the floor. We'll show you the bottom floor of my wharf. You can see the staircase, which it cuts through both rooms, as you can see. So down here we have the forge and we have the workbench. This is the main area for repairing in the northern portion of the wharf. We have a very cool design right here with a circling trophy going through the crow's head. And if you wanted to duplicate this design, the circling trophy is actually, it's not one of the vertical ones that goes on the wall. It's one of the ones that lays flat on the ground, as you can see. So it's kind of just laying flat on top of the crow head. And then, of course, we have some high-quality weapons, Frost Slinger, Crystal Battle Axe, and all of those goodies. We have some Rancid Remains trophies here decorating the staircase. Nice little dragon egg in the corner. This is a pretty cool entryway. As you can see, it was a double wide, but we've essentially made it a single wide with darkwood arches and darkwood dividers. And then, of course, the crystal along the outside. This is another like decorative area we got going right here. A bunch of shields and swamp keys. And then, of course, the area by the workbench, as you can see. The area by the forge. And then here's a little hallway, which we spent a lot of time in. Lots of suits of armor, circling trophies, swamp keys. You got darkwood dividers covering the walls. You got iron and what are these things called? Darkwood woodies. Darkwood beams that go across the ceiling. So this area has been heavily decorated, as you can see. But it looks really cool. So going outside the wharf, as you can see, we have a few landlocked boats. In order to get one of these boats landlocked, when you're dropping the boat, let me show you. Let me pull up the boat. Where is it? Right here. So it'll be red when you try to drop it on land unless you hold shift. When you hold down shift, you'll be able to drop the boat on land wherever you want it. So that is how you make a landlocked boat. So keep that in mind. You can and it is also worth mentioning, it doesn't matter how straight you drop these boats, they will always end up crooked at some point. It's annoying. I've re-dropped them a few times to try to make them straight, but what happens is when you load in an area, the whole area loads in at a different speed than, you know, other objects around it. So like the boats may load in before these, whatever you call these, the things that hold it in place, and if the boat loads in before these things that hold it in place, it will become crooked very, very slightly. And that's, I think, at least, that's my theory behind why this happened. Why they've become crooked like this. So as you can see, my wharf over there, it's the tower on the right that goes up. We got the ledge building in the middle, the workshop down below. This was all I found a picture of a wharf from Dungeons and Dragons that I've basically copied, and that's what it looked like. Tower on the right, nice little workshop hallway on the left, and then that patio / whatever in the middle. And yeah, that's basically what I did. I have some fermenting barrels here, which kind of mirror, you know, like barrels to hold stuff. And then I have this area here, which is one of my favorite ones that I've worked on. We got these cargo crates along with some forge coolers to make basically just some, you know, whatever you would call it, some pretty decorations in my wharf. So in order to get these cargo crates, what you need to do is you need to make a few of these, the carts, fill it up, and then smash the carts. And every 4 items will go into one of these crates, as you see here. As you can see, I got quite a few items going through these crates. Some items are decent, some items are garbage. And then I have this black iron chest here, which holds a lot of decorations because I was doing a lot of work in the area recently. So let me show you this area first. This is my check-in area. So when you first arrive in the base, you would come up here and you would have to check in before going to the rest of the base. So right here is the check-in, and as you can see, I have wanted posters here. But before we get to them, it says, due to recent criminal activity, we've imposed new rules and regulations. Check-in is now required. So everybody that comes to the base writes their name on the wall here. We have a few people that haven't. I will add my girlfriend to the list. And we haven't named the base yet, as you can see, unless we're going with ... as the name. But as for the wanted posters, these are one of the funnier ideas that I've come up with that I like. So we have basically trophies hanging in the middle of the wanted poster, which is meant to be the picture of who was wanted. And then we have reasons written on the bottom. So we have a Grey Dwarf here. He's wanted for vandalism and indecent exposure. He went around showing his roots and rocks to people in the base, and we find that unacceptable. And then we have the fueling goblins. They're wanted for burglary because they carry around a bunch of coins. Those coins they actually stole from this base. So that's why he's wanted for burglary. And then they're also wanted for thought crime because they pray to the wrong god, of course. So let me close this check-in area again. I really dislike using the wood shutter sometimes. They can be a bit annoying, as you can see. So this is kind of the first part of our market, but also this is our main exports. Since we are a base in the plains, we're obviously going to be exporting locksmeat and cloudberries en masse. And this is a little advertisement too. It says try our locksmeat because our locksmeat is 2 times the size of regular meat. And then we have a size comparison. See, you can see the size of regular meat versus our locksmeat. So our locksmeat is twice the size of regular meat for basically the same price as regular meat, which is the main selling point we have for this base. Some fermenting barrels here too, which same purpose. They're meant to mirror, like, you can imagine them being held with cloudberries or whatever it may be. Some locks trophies here. And then up here we have another portion of the market. As you can see, we have mushrooms in a barrel, but in my honest opinion, they look like apples. So I kind of picture it like a crate of floating apples, kind of like what you would do bobbing for apples in. Yeah. So that's how I think it looks, but you might feel differently. They might actually look like mushrooms to you. And this is pretty easy to make. What you would do is these wood wall 1x1s, and then you basically just do a circle of the wood wall 1x1s. And then in the middle of the crate, you need to lay a lot of these wood beams until you basically stack the wood beams high enough to where you can put item stands on top of them, so it looks like, the apples / mushrooms are at the top of the barrel. And then over here we have Mayoi's food stand. As you can see, we got a bunch of different foods. I need to put 1 row of bread here, but I haven't gotten around to it. That is something I will do sometime soon. And then we also have some fruit crates. We have a fruit crate of cloudberries, fruit crate of raspberries, and a fruit crate of blueberries, as well as pukeberries. So those fruit crates are actually pretty easy to make too. You just need to do 4 wood shutters, like this. And you would basically just put them at a corner. So where's the wood shutter? There it is. So like I said, you would just do these 1, and then turn it 2, 3, and then 4. And then in the middle of those, you would need to do this wood floor 1x1, and you need to stack the wood floor 1x1 in such a way that it won't protrude outside of the crate. See how it's a little crooked right here? That would be bad. I messed it up. What I like to do is I like to get right on top of the crate that I make, and then look down inside of it and basically drop the wood floor inside of it like that. That's how I did these crates anyway. And you basically just need to do, I think, like 6 wood floors to raise it up high enough to where, it looks like it's full of fruit. And then you just put the item stands on the top and then go from there. So it's really pretty straightforward. This here is more wanted posters, but they're hard to see because of it being night. So let me go actually up here, and do I have some stone on me? I do. So I'll just grab some resin, and then we can make an actual torch. And yeah, if you see my weight when I open my inventory, it is basically I have codes on right now when I'm making a video. I don't like wasting people's time as far as that goes. So that's the reason for that. So here is these wanted posters. So we have a Grey Dwarf Brute wanted for disturbing the peace and Grand Theft Auto. The Grand Theft Auto is he stole locks. You can see regular Grey Dwarf. We've already explained that one. Grey Dwarf Shaman is wanted for illegal dumping and possession of narcotics. So because shamans shoot out that green stream of smoke, that's illegal dumping. And also, since the shamans also carry around a whole bunch of herbs and a bunch of, stuff like that, that's possession of narcotics. And then last but not least, we have a Death Skeeto, who's wanted for harassment and stalking. Because they stalk you all over once they aggro you, and they basically harass you. So there's the logic behind the Death Skeetos being wanted. As you can see, it's a pretty basic decoration for the door. Just 2 banners and a Abomination trophy above it. Dragon egg right here, outside of the Great Hall, on a podium. Just a decoration that I basically put there to experiment with, see if I like it, and stuff like that. I'm kind of fond of this. The wolf heads, they're coming out crooked from the wall, basically marking the door. I think it looks pretty good. And then this is the Great Hall, which we'll get to in a moment. I want to go over to this side real fast first. As you can see, next to the Great Hall, I put a little garden here. This will eventually be a meat stand, I think. And over here is my lighthouse. And a few more wanted posters. You can see the Fueling Berserker is wanted dead or alive. And Draugrs are actually wanted en masse. We're paying 30 gold per Draugr head that is brought. Inside here, we have a few more standardized decorations. Workbench, tool shelf, forge, tool rack. And then we have a Wraith trophy with a Surtling trophy inside of it. Inside the mouth right there, which looks pretty cool. Also, the Surtling trophy is not vertical. It's one of the item stands that's placed horizontal. So keep that in mind. Let's go up. This railing is my favorite part of the lighthouse. I like how the railing basically, you can't fall off of it even if you try. You have to jump over it in order to get off. But I like that. This window is pretty nifty, but it's more of a standard window though. I like the yellow mushrooms that dot the way up here too. Aside from that though, this is pretty much otherwise a standard lighthouse. Just a bonfire at the top and a chest and a workbench. The railing is the best part of this though. You can see it was made with just regular wood stairs, core wood attached to it. And then core wood, of course, logs going up, and then, of course, the same 26 or 27 degree angle, I think, making up the railing. So let's go through this area first, and then I'll show you the Great Hall, and then we'll end the video with the Great Hall. This is just one of the courtyards I made. Now, you may be wondering how we stop enemies from spawning throughout this entire base, and that's easy. Technically, below this stone, we have workbenches hidden in multiple places. So let me see if I can actually find one, because we should find a hammer popping up. That's interesting. I know there's a few in here. Let me see if... there we go. You can see that hammer that just popped up below the ground. Because, dun-da-da, we have a workbench hidden down here. And that stops enemies from spawning. And we have them strategically placed all throughout this area. That's half the reason for the patio. The first reason for the patio is to make it look nice. The second reason is to hide workbenches under it. We have the oak tree here coming through the patio, as you can see, with some benches by it. And some lights on it as well. This here is just a stairwell to get on top of this section here, which I will be showing you more in detail in future videos, and also somewhat during this video. This is one of the entrances / exits of my town right here. You can see some goblins down there because they like to swim across. But we step down here, and then we have a warning sign warning there's goblins and death skeetos past this point, and then you drop down, you're basically out in the plains. In order to get into my base, you do have to climb up here. So you have to climb up and then up here, and then you also have to do one more jump up to here, and then you're in the base. And there's a couple entrances like that. They are specifically designed in such a way that we can get in and out, but enemies cannot. This is the hallway that separates one portion of the base from the other. This hallway will eventually be decorated, but as of right now, it's just a placeholder hallway. And then this is part 2 of my base, which I will actually be covering in in another video, because there's so much to my base that we have to do it in, steps, basically. This is the other side of the wharf, as you can see. We have a whole bunch of serpent trophies hanging around the wharf. You can see this portion over there is a part of the base that I am still working on right now. Probably be finished by the end of today with that one. Right here is it's supposed to be like the entry tower of this long hallway. But as you can see, the top here, it's a little bit unfinished. Here's the hallway though. It's just a standard hallway. There's nothing unique about it as of right now anyway. I might do something with this hallway as far as, armor racks go and weaponry posted throughout the hallway. That's I think my idea. So I'm going to give you a brief tour of the second half of my base, but it's not going to be a detailed tour. There's a lot that's still being worked on in this portion of my base, and there's a lot I want to explain in detail. So here we have a few trees that are going through the stone passageway, and I also have these stone walkways that go around the entirety of the base. This stone passageway is kind of like surrounds the farmhouse in the middle, and as you can see, we have our farm fields / flower fields. So let me show you this this walkway. And this is my suspension bridge, which I'm going to be talking about in detail in another video. A lot of iron went into making it, and a lot of testing went into making it. It goes all the way across the bridge, and boats can fit underneath it. So it's pretty darn cool. This area here is my storage room, which I'm going to show you a little bit of. And this is another flower field. Well, a barley and flax field, is probably the best way to describe it. I'll just pick up what's laying on the ground. Down here is my lox pen too. This big pen you see to my south is a lox pen. So let me show you. We'll just poke our head in there. As you can see, we got our loxes. There's a whole bunch over there in the south. I don't know why, but they all crowd up down at the south. You can see the whole, there's a whole mountain of them over there. For whatever reason, they love to crowd up down there. This building here is my storage room. We have a very, very, very big storage room, which I'm going to be doing a specific video on just this building. Let me show you, though. This is how we do the black iron chest. There's one down here, and there's one right above the black iron chest. I'm going to be doing a video talking about how to do these. A storage room that is like this in my storage room video, but we will get to that. Like I said, I got a lot to cover in this base, and I want to do each building kind of like one by one. This is my portal tower. As you can see, it's currently a work in progress. We're basically creating these little wooden dividers to enclose it. And then we also have, sorry, I fell off my stairs. This area up here, some designs on the ground. Also a design on the ceiling too. Again, we'll be covering this in an additional video when I cover my portal tower. There is so much to show in this base, so I can only do like precursory glances unless I go into detail. Another design down here. I'm also fond of this bridge design, even though I'm not fond of this bridge. I like the birds that basically cross over top of it. That's really cool. I will talk about the suspension bridge in another video. The last thing I wanted to show you is my a different black metal storage design that I have. This is my apothecary hut, which I'm moderately fond of. I don't like the crooked ceiling on the roof because you can't get a perfect ceiling when it's a round building. It's very, very annoying. So here is my second main black iron storage chest idea. So as you can see, we put one black iron chest down. We put a stone arch basically on the same level as the black iron chest. And then we put the other black iron chest on top of the stone arch. And then the sign basically gets slapped down on top of the stone arch. And then that's how you stack 2 black metal chests into the same cubby. So that is what we have come up with so far for black metal storage chests. And that is also what I will end the video on. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. Hopefully it gave you some design and decorating tips. If you guys would like to see any portion of this video, just pictures of my base, check my website, almarsguides.com, because I do upload pictures of a whole bunch of decoration ideas specifically to my website, because in my honest opinion, still shots help more than videos. Videos, you're constantly trying to pause and find a good angle and stuff like that. I prefer still shots because you can just get a perfect angle right on the still shot, and then you can copy it from that. So, yeah, be sure to check the Valheim section on my website for more decorating and design tips. Aside from that, though, I will catch you guys around in future Valheim videos. Peace.